My name is Anna Maggie and I am 39 and a half weeks pregnant and I am getting ready to go out on a date. I'm so excited. This will probably be our last date before baby, so it's even more exciting. Get ready with me as I chat about what my plan is to not lose my pink and not lose my marriage while we go through this new era of being a family of 3. Let's get ready. I have already put on my sunscreen. We are going to go to like an outside park in downtown. Maybe I'll add some little footage here so you can kind of see what it is, but we are going to be outside, so I need some sunscreen. And I already put on my lip balm. I use the Summer Fridays in Pink Sugar. And I have already also put my setting grip, Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Is this supposed to go before? Oh, this is a setting spray. Why did I think this is a prep? Oh, I might have been using that wrong. Whoops, I thought that was a prep spray. Oh well. All right, so for the foundation, I think I'm gonna use the last bit of my Dior. This is a Forever Glow. It is literally almost done, so I'm just gonna use the last bit of it, if there is any. This is one of my favorite foundations. And what I have learned to do here recently, put on my eye primer before foundation, because this keeps like everything locked in. And I kind of put it, oops, I put too much. I'm gonna put it in this area, but also right here and on my nose, kind of everywhere where I get dewy. I kind of use it as like a face primer. So doing that, this foundation is a bit runny, so I gotta be careful here. But yeah, that's a really great eye primer, and it's long wearing, and it says it's matte, and it really is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in all of this area here where I need the makeup to last. It's like go time. We have pretty much everything ready to go. We have prepped and sterilized and nested and all the things. And now it's just like waiting. I did wash all of my brushes as well. This foundation does have a strong scent to it, so if you don't like that, you know, just a little warning. I just kind of want to talk about a little bit about how I'm prepping based on everyone's advice, how I'm prepping for me and the hubs and keeping our marriage intact for these, you know, changes that are going to happen. Like everyone is saying that everything will change, and I totally get that. Like, that's the point. That is totally okay with me. I love the life that my husband and I have right now before baby, but I'm okay with a change, like with adding this baby and making a big change. I'm gonna use this Revolution Soft Matte Waterproof Concealer. This is the IRL finish in C4, I think. Yeah, so I'm totally okay with life changing. Even though I love the life that we've created, we're just going to create another life that we enjoy, and I'm looking forward to that part as well. But I also want to not sacrifice my marriage for that. I want to remember, you know, to check in with the husband. So I've been kind of taking notes and asking for advice, and a lot of people do give advice. A lot of my friends who were, you know, first-time moms let me know or told me that one of the biggest things is to take care of your marriage, because it can get forgotten, and I don't want that. So upon doing lots of research and asking for lots of advice and all the things, I have planned for, you know, what to do. I'm going to use the Can't Stop, Won't Stop NYX mattifying powder just in the under eyes. What the plan is that the hubs will be here for the first week with me, and then he is going to return to work after that first week is up, and then I will stay here obviously with the baby for 3 months, and then he will go on paternity leave after that for 2 months. Oh, this is the Cover FX. This is Pressed Mineral Foundation in N35. It is a hot day today, so I'm just making sure that all my makeup will last. That's the plan for like how we're gonna do it. He goes on paternity leave when I come back to the office, so that's how, like I said, we're gonna do it. But I want to make sure that we are good in between. Then, using my Patrick Ta, I will take blush in She's the Moment. I'm just using the blush part, the powder. So one of the things that I hear often to do and to make sure to do is to keep the lines of communication open. And that's one thing that me and my husband do really well, and we kind of always have, is we talk, you know, everything through. And we also make sure that we advocate for each other throughout our, like, for what we want with each other. So I always make sure that I tell him, like, hey, you did or didn't do this, or I felt like you needed to do this more, or whatever it is. I'm using the Milani Strobe Light in Day Glow 02. So that's one thing we're both really good at, is sharing with each other our feelings and what we need from each other. And we've always been like that. So if I feel like I'm being forgotten or anything like that, I am quick to tell him, like, hey, I haven't felt a connection with you this week or something like that. And I know that that's going to help. I think I'm going to use the Feeling Toasty by ColourPop. This is an eyeshadow palette. I think I'm going to use this one. One of the things that I saw to do is to make sure that you check in with each other every day for at least 20 minutes, and for it to not be about baby. So, you know, just let him know where I'm at emotionally, what I'm feeling, and just make sure that we are, you know, still being our human selves with each other, or our couple selves, and not the, like, parents, if that makes sense. So obviously I will tell him, like, what baby's doing and keep him updated on all that, but I don't want to forget, like, him, and I don't want to not check in with ourselves, about ourselves, if that makes sense. I feel like that will be the biggest part, is remembering to not just be a mom. Like, I also have to be myself and a wife. So that's one thing that I'm making sure to prioritize, or hoping to make sure to prioritize. I was using just now that Smolder color, and now I'm going to go into Firestarter, which is right in the middle. It's like a really pretty goldy copper color. So yeah, that's one of the main things there, is to still meet each other's needs and communicate with each other like a couple and not as parents. Although that does seem tricky. I think having a plan and going into it that way will make a difference. Another thing is to make sure that I am screen free when he's here, and to, you know, make sure that I'm still giving him all of my attention. I think another big thing of keeping a relationship going or happy and fulfilled is to take care of yourself. I'm gonna now use the slow burn. That's one big thing that I think people kind of maybe neglect is themselves. You know how they say people lose their pink? That is one thing where I'm gonna make sure that I don't do, you know, I don't want to be so lost in just being a mom and forget that I'm a human and a person and all that. And I'm so glad that I feel like I didn't do that in this pregnancy journey. So I'm hoping that that continues when baby is here. You know, I don't want my whole life, most of my life will revolve around him, and we've waited for him for so long, but I don't want to get lost in being his parent. He needs thriving, functioning, happy parents, and parents who, you know, still know who they are. And that may be one thing that is a good thing. There's a lot of good reasons to have babies older. Not that we planned it this way. I put my eyebrow gel in my hospital bag, which is already in the car, so I just grabbed a mascara. This one is by a brand called Crunchy. It's the Shattered Mascara. I don't know where I got that from, but it works. So, benefits of having babies while older, that's where I was, is I have already found who I am and have a strong sense of identity that I don't think I'll get lost, but again, who knows? But I just don't think that I'll lose myself, because I am older and I now, you know, it took me a long time to find this version of myself that I love, and I think it will be harder for me to lose it, especially knowing what all who I am as a person and as a woman and all those things. So I don't know, we'll definitely see, but I'm hoping that I don't, like I said, get lost in just being a mom. Not that that's a bad thing, but there's so much more to me than that. I am using the Milani. This is their matte lipsticks in the color Petal. It's very pretty. I think I need bronzer. I'm gonna use my Smashbox Bronze Lights. This is a warm matte. Some of the things that I want to do to not lose myself is I want to take my time for myself every day, like I said, when the hubs gets home, and hopefully we'll be, and of course this is all in a perfect world, right? But I'll be able to hand off baby to hubs. Hopefully he'll be asleep. Once I do that, I want to go on a walk and just be you know, myself. And I do want to take baby on a walk every morning, but then once the hubs comes home from work, then I want to, you know, have a routine down where we bathe him, we feed him, we put him to sleep, and then I'm like, okay, let me go on a little walk, let me be myself again, let me center myself, let me just do what I love to do, write podcasts or music or books or talk to girlfriends or whatever it is, you know, that will help me be a person. And then come back and spend the rest of that afternoon with my husband. Again, I'm planning to, like, hopefully this all is like around 7 or 8, and I can spend that time with my husband as well after my quote unquote alone time. So it's really probably will be a time to decompress, but also just to remind myself that I am still a person and a human and all that stuff. So again, that's in a perfect world. But that is the plan that I have for now. Y'all guys who are new moms or who are just moms in general, let me know your thoughts. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, or at least the plans that I have to keep myself and my marriage not at the forefront, but just to keep it together while our whole life changes. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this to dry a little bit. I did not put on my setting spray, but I'm gonna do that when this dries down a little bit more before mascara. I'm using the Tarte Life Lock Hydrating Setting Spray. Give it a good shake. I need to make sure to take this little fan. Okay, everything's dry now. I'm just gonna put on my mascara. I don't think I'm gonna do a tubing one this time. I'll do this Maybelline Firework. This is probably the last time I can use this mascara because it is running out. What are y'all's thoughts? What do y'all think about my plan for keeping my pink and my marriage alive during this new era of my life? What did y'all do? Tell me, let a girl know. All right, so that's pretty much it for the look. I'm gonna change here in a moment. I'll show you what I'm gonna wear and show you how I'm gonna do my hair and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the makeup. I just wanted to do a little, make sure that it's long wearing because like I said, I'll be outdoors. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and then let me show you my outfit. This is what I'm wearing on our date. I actually bought this dress. I want to say it's from Old Navy. I'll double check here in a second, but I bought this dress for Greece, and I wore it in Greece, so I wanted to bring on some of those Greece memories and vibes. And it's still, you know, it's bum friendly. I am wearing it with just some black sandals because I don't want to, we're going to be walking a lot and I don't want to be in heels because it is kind of like a outdoor, kind of like nighttime park. I'll show you some clips here. I did double check. I got this dress at Target. It does have pockets, which I love. And then for the hair, I just put it on a little denim bow. It matches the denim sandals. And then this is just the jewelry. I put on this perfume that I bought. I actually bought this for the hospital, my hospital bag, but I read online that someone said try not to use perfume so that baby could smell you as a person instead. So I'm not taking this on the hospital to the hospital anymore, but this is what I'm gonna wear tonight. It's the Clinique Be Happy, and it's the Indigo Mist, the blue. For the bag, I'm also gonna take the one that I took to Greece. It is this basket, like straw bag with big pearl handles. So I'm gonna take that, make sure to take my fan because it will be warm. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. If you would be so kind as to leave me a comment down below what your thoughts are. What do you think about my plan? What are your ideas or advice? I would appreciate that so much. But for now, I am gonna go and enjoy my last date night with the hubs before baby. Thank you so much, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye.